What's going on, guys? How we doing today? It's been a while. I missed you guys. Missed you very much. So, explanation as to why I have been gone is because hunting season, and lots of homework. Alright? They've been loading me up, so, God, I could smell these. Phew, God. By the way, if y'all are smokers and you've never tried these things are fucking amazing. Fucking amazing. Oh my God. Look. I got these 3 hours ago. And I'm not much of a smoker. These things are fucking good. They're fucking good. But we're not going to be smoking inside the house. Can't have my house smelling like cigarettes, boy. So, today we've got Orion Upchurch. Figure it'd be a good, nice welcome back to the channel. But, stay out here. Alright. So, this is called, I think this Ashland city cop is stalking me off social media. Very good chance. Honestly, Church, you're a pretty famous guy. And some clicks. But, yeah, I don't know. I switched my chairs, guys. That's why I'm down lower. I gotta get away from that stand chair. It's hurting my back. I gotta be able to lean back a little bit. But, if y'all don't know, my back is shot. So, I ain't had a chew in 2 weeks. Ugh. For some reason, all I've been doing is smoking recently, so, but before we get into the video, I almost forgot to say it, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'm gonna quit running my big ass mouth. Let's go.
Dude, I'm not against cops. I've been pulled over by lots of cops, never had an issue. I'm starting to have an issue with this cop that works in Ashland City Police Department named Jeremy Long that is acting really strange. His actions are weird. Some of the stuff he says just sounds really dumb. And honestly, I just want to document this and show y'all everything real quick just to document it. Documentation is everything. And I don't know, dude. I don't know if he hates me. I don't know if he has a problem with me. I don't even fucking know the dude. So all this started like 6 or 7 months ago. I had some hometown people that I know from around here that called me and were like, dude, I just got pulled over and the cop asked me if I knew you. And when I told him, yeah, why? He asked me to call you. Me. And I was like, what? Why? They were like, I don't know. He just insisted that I call you. And I was like, well, that's fucking weird. Could you imagine? You know why I pulled you over? No, why? Do you know Ryan Upchurch? Yeah. Well, can you call him? No. Okay, so now...
Bro, that'd be like a state trooper that I know that also knows the homie pulling me over and just going, yo, can you call what's his face? I'm not going to put his name out, but because of the fact that I don't want his personal privacy to be invaded, so that'd be like that state trooper that knows my buddy sitting there pulling me over and telling me, oh, can you call, I will say his name, can you call Hunter? Can you call Hunter and tell him to come out here? I ain't seen him in a while. This is how that conversation is going to go. Hey, call your buddy. Hey, call your buddy. No. Fuck you. Well, why not? I have the authority to ask you shit like that. No the fuck you don't, motherfucker. Not calling my buddy just so you can talk to him and shoot the shit. You want to go see my buddy? Go see him in his damn house. Start coming at me all fucking sideways. I don't care if you got a badge on or not. Nah. I promise that sounds a lot more cynical than it is. Because, bro, I've met awesome cops, even in my hometown, and there's one that I really have an issue with. I don't remember his name. He's a state trooper. But every time that he would see me in my truck, if y'all don't know, my truck is pretty much straight piped. But it's not real loud. It's not too terribly loud. Like, it just sounds good, you know. It's basically a catback straight pipe is what it is. It's still got the catalytic converters on it, but it's got like a straight pipe all the way back. And every time that he would see me out, he would stop. Is a modified 1968 Charger glass pack. That's what it is. It'll shrink down to 1.1 on either end, or 2 1/8 inches. I'm sorry, 2 1/8. But it swells out to about 4 inches in the middle, but it just tapers down to both of them. Oh, it sounds so nice. Every time I start it up, I have to wear white underwear, because if I don't, when I jizz in my pants, it'll show. So that's how good it sounds. And it's just a little V6 S10, but it sounds fucking good.
Next thing, my buddy Deerdorf. If you've ever seen my YouTube videos or my Instagram, I know you've seen my buddy Deerdorf. My buddy Deerdorf was at a party like 4 or 5 months ago, and he was at our buddy's house down the street. About half a mile away lives his sister. So he parked his truck at his sister's house. A truck that I gave him a while back because he's my homie.
Yeah, the big black
Deerdorf
Dodge.
is a freak about tags and titles. Love you, Deerdorf, but you are, which is a good thing. Deerdorf is a freak about tags and titles. When I gave him the truck, he got it tagged and titled in his name. So as Deerdorf is at this party down the street away from his truck, his sister calls him and is like, "Yo, police want you to come down here." And he's like, "For what?" She's like, "Well, they're looking at your truck, so I don't know." And he's like, "What the fuck?" Okay, so he comes down there. So Deerdorf gets over there, and they're like, "Is this your truck?" He's like, "Yeah." They're like, "License and registration?" He's like, "No. I'm not driving it. It's parked on private property." So they continue to be like, "Well, we ran the tag, and it's not yours. You work for Upchurch?" And he's like, "What does it matter?" And they're like, "Well, this was his truck." It's tagged. At this moment, it's tagged and titled to Robert. So Robert's like, "No, it's mine. The tag goes to me. It was given to me by Ryan Upchurch, but this truck is mine. Keep in mind, it ain't like Deerdorf just whipped it into his sister's driveway and dipped. This truck has already been here for hours. He's down the street doing something else." So pretty much, Deerdorf and his sister are like, whatever, get off our property.
See, now it's cops like this that actually make cops look bad. Seriously. In my mind. I support police. Alright? But if you're doing this, you've obviously not got enough time on your hands, or enough shit on your hands to do. Alright? Because if you have so much time that you can sit there, and I'm assuming stalk this guy's Instagram, because that's the only one he's on. Well, not even, well, yeah, I guess now, because I know he lost his original profile, but, or not his original one, but the main one, and, but yeah, I mean, you obviously are not answering enough calls, because This is just weird. This is weird to me. Like, this is literally if Ashland City was dumb enough to give AJ Love a badge. This is what this is. This guy is literally the male version of Katie Noel because he wants to suck Ryan's dick. Yes, and if Katie, if you're watching this video, fuck you. I used to think you were a pretty attractive young woman. Now I think you're an ugly bitch that walks like goddamn Igor off of Young Frankenstein. I swear to God, bitch, you walk like Clyde off of Every Which Way But Loose. Not to mention you look just like him. So, hey. Except you're blonde and not redheaded. But anyway, let's continue.
Property, we didn't do anything. Stop looking at shit for no reason. And they leave. Alright, next thing. So, about 5 months ago, I have a blue fastback Mustang. I'm sure some of y'all have seen it. It's pretty much a project car. It ain't perfect. It's got like dry rotted weather strippings. The windshield's cracked. Water leaks in through it or whatever. And I knew it was somewhere at my dad's shop, but I want to make sure it wasn't outside. So I hit my dad up. He's asleep. He's like, hello? And I'm like, yo, can I go down to the shop and get the blue Mustang? He's like, yeah, the keys are in it. I was like, okay. So I drove to the shop. I don't remember what time it was. It was nighttime. I drove to the shop. I'm like, where the fuck is my car? And then I look at my dad's race trailer. It was in there. And I was like, well, fuck, I'm already here. I'm going to go ahead and grab this mug. So I go to take it out of the race car trailer, and I take a picture of the back of the car. So I get the car, I get it started, I let it warm up, and I start driving it back to Ashland City. And I was like, fuck, dude, I'm so hungry. And I called Bethany, and I was like, you want anything from Sonic? She's like, no. I was like, all right, well, I'm going to Sonic real quick, because I'm starving. So I whip it in Sonic. I pull in. I click the button. I sit there and waited 2-3 minutes. They answered the button. I ordered my food. That took another 10 or 15 minutes because I'm pretty sure they were shutting down their stuff. And they're like, fuck, you know, homie showed up. Let's get him some food. So I waited like 10 or 15 minutes. And this girl brings me my food out. And I get my food. And I'm actually grabbing the food. Like at this point, it's already been like fucking 15, 17 minutes. I grabbed my food. I didn't even put my straw in yet, bruh. So about this time, I see this cop rolling down the street. And he pulls into Sonic. And I was like, the fuck? And he pulls around Sonic. Private property, by the way. My car is off, by the way. Been off. Done been sitting there for a while. Which is why the car...
If I'm not in the car, and that mug is shut off, and a cop comes up to me and says I'm in violation of the law, I'm going to tell him to go fuck himself. Alright? You don't fuck with me like that. No. If he tells me that he's pulling me over for something that will, like, I'll put his name out there, Sergeant Nipper. Fuck you, you piece of shit. But anyway, I was over at the post office taking some mail in for the farm, and he pulls in behind me when I'm walking back out. Pulls in behind me, and he just goes, "Hey man," he's just like, somebody told me that you was running up and down Main Street, running back and forth, disturbing the peace. And I was like, what? And I just got done turkey hunting, right? It was in the middle of the spring. I still had face paint on my face. Still had my camo on. I still had my boots on. Still had my camo pants on. And I had my 12 gauge in my truck. And he just goes, he's just like, I need to check your truck's exhaust. I was like, no, good sir. I'm sorry. And I was about in the notion of telling him to go to hell, but he was being nice, so I was trying to be civil. And I get in it started, right? And I just, like, because he has no reason to stop me, because I know how my truck is, and it's legal. It's been tested, right? It's passed emissions. All right. Well, Tennessee doesn't have an emissions test anymore, but I don't know if it passed it before or after they put the exhaust on it, but I don't know. But anyway. And then this dude wants to try to reach in my truck and shut my truck off. Excuse me, fuck you. You do not stick your hand inside of my truck. Sorry. I mean, fuck, dude. Just because you got that badge and that gun does not give you the authority to do any damn thing you want. He said, I'm going to check your truck. I was just like, you'll check it going down the road because I'm in a hurry and I've got shit to do. So, and then, right, he looks over and sees my 12 gauge sitting in my passenger seat, which was unloaded because I'm not a dumbass. Because at the age of 18, you're legal to buy a long gun and you can have it in your car as long as it's unloaded, the chamber's open, and it's not like, you can carry it in a case, but I mean, they prefer for it to be visible, so I was trying to be nice about it. And then he gets on this rant, and I pretty much just drove off on his ass, but that was the same one. I think I might have said it was a county, but it was him. He was the one that a week before, he came up my road. I had a turkey on my shoulder and my 12 gauge in my other hand. Right? I had the turkey in this hand and I had my 12 gauge in this hand. I was walking down the road. Chamber was open. It was not loaded. I mean, it had some in the tube, but it wasn't like chambered. You know what I mean? It was a pump shotgun. So I mean, and pulls up to me, asked me the stupidest question ever. I could just tell he was going to ask me this. He said, "What are you doing with that gun?" What am I doing with this gun? What am I doing with this gun? How dumb of a motherfucker do you have to be? How dumb do you gotta be? Like, seriously. And shit like this pisses me off because it just inconveniences me. Mostly. And if you know me, anything on the right day can piss me off. Like, seriously. One sideways comment will ruin my whole day. Because I am not big on wasting time. I don't like it. And if I'm in a notion of doing something and you're trying to waste my time, bro, I'm gonna get apey on you real quick. I'm an asshole. I'll admit it. I'll be the first one to admit it. I am an asshole. And for situations like that, I'm perfectly fine with it.
Car hop is giving me my food as he's behind me. Dude flips his blue lights on. I'm like, excuse me, what? He comes up, he's like, do you know why I pulled you over? I said, bro, you didn't pull me over. Like,
yeah, you didn't pull me over,
well,
dog.
look at the video. Now, as you're watching the video, watch my choice of words because I trick him into telling the truth.
Thank you, hon. You can keep the change. Yes, ma'am. You too.
All right, so I'm just getting my food. You mean
I've
to
seen
tell
this
me that clicking the button, waiting for the car hop, ordering your food, then making your food and your drink and bringing it out to you is faster than the cops? If he was behind you, no. Bro, he had to be watching my Instagram and he had to see the picture that I posted before I left my dad's house. Then he just came looking for me, I guess.
You too.
Bro, this dude's got the hots for you, Church. He has got the hots for you. I'm telling you, bro. He wouldn't want to pull me over. If he started doing this shit to me, I'd bitch his ass out. I'm telling you. I'd be going to the police chief. I'd be going to the sheriff. I'm like, bro, this dude's harassing me. Like, for real, dog. Like, you need to do something about this cat. Because, he ain't doing it.
Good, man. You? How are you, sir?
Good, how are you?
Good. We're going to stop you. You ain't going to tag them.
You didn't stop me, I was parked.
I didn't see you and I stopped you. That was his quick thinking reaction, which pretty much means, no, I didn't see you driving the car, but I seen you post a picture of the car and I came to find you and I pulled you over. I didn't see you, then I stopped you. You see how that works? So then I repeat back to him what he just said and he changes the subject.
You didn't say me. I don't have them with me.
And a bag of weed under the seat.
I ain't got it. It's in my name though, you can run it.
And expired. I love this song.
Run Upchurch.
2017. But I don't care if I get arrested. Watch you sell
That's my
on
luck.
my
Heart.
show seats. Is that 2-piece?
You act normal. You still up with 2 Ps? Has anyone ever done that? Like you? No, just one dude.
Do you have any paperwork on the car?
Why don't you ever sleep? Excuse
Do I
my
have
singing
any
here, guys. I love
paperwork
this song.
with the, possibly the VIN? Well, I just told you that I don't have paperwork. That should have answered that. And if you're looking...
Hey, dumbass, if you don't know where the VIN is, if you get right there on the steering wheel and you get outside the car and you look on the left side of the car, more than likely there'll be a little plate right there and it'll say VIN. That spells VIN. You know what that number is? That's an individual vehicle identification number. Okay? You read that, you write it down, you put it in your cell phone, whatever, and take your fat ass back to the cruiser because you look like you've been eating too many donuts, fucking. So you take your fat ass back to the cruiser and then you put it in the computer. You know what that'll do? That'll bring it up and it'll tell you everything about that vehicle. Where it was bought, I think. The title, who it's registered to, what the tag should be. I shouldn't have to explain this to an experienced police officer. You don't have to have paperwork, fucking. All you have to have is a set of fucking eyes.
For a VIN number, maybe you should look on the car I'm driving. Most of them have a VIN number at the bottom of the windshield, fucking. So then I see the old drive-out tag laying in the floor, and I was like, I'm gonna see what this motherfucker says about this. So I just pick it up and act like I'm looking at it, knowing that the drive-out tag cannot help me with anything at this moment. Listen to what he says.
What buzz you have and who you are.
Yes, Captain Obvious. Drive-out tag old, which is why it's not on the back. Fucking. So at that point, I'm like, okay. So I'm like, whatever, man. All right, give me the fucking ticket or whatever.
I don't know, man. You can just give me a ticket for all of it.
Okay. Well, not to.
What do you mean you're trying to? Well, I'm trying not to. No, you're trying.
Fucking, you're fishing. You're fishing for something. I know how cops like you work, okay? I had another run-in with Sergeant Nipper that I didn't tell y'all about. I was on my motorcycle, alright? About to pull out of the gas station, right? I walk out of the gas station, right? Stick a cigarette in my mouth. Light it up, alright? sitting there on my motorcycle with my buddy. Alright, he's riding on his motorcycle with me. Alright, not Hunter, the homie. This is a older man. Lit me a cigarette up. I don't get 2 puffs into this cigarette, and this motherfucker pulls me over. Of course, now I ain't got nothing on my head. I ain't got my helmet on yet. All I got on is my hat, like I'm wearing it right now, and my sunglasses, which is usually how I ride because I don't like wearing a helmet. Mostly because if I get in a wreck, more than likely what I'm going to want to do is just end it in one swift blow instead of being crippled for the rest of my life. So, very negative outlook on life, but hey, I have a negative outlook on everything. He done the same thing to me, sitting there fishing for something, and this was like maybe 2 weeks after I bought the bike. And he's coming up, checking my license, my registration, and I didn't have the new tags on it registered to me, and he was giving me a big hubbub over that, and I was like, dude, if you're going to write the ticket, write the fucking ticket. I'm not going to stand here and talk to you all day. I've got riding to do. I'm going to ride up next to the Pressman's home, and I'm going to go have a good fucking day. So, he pretty much just said, I'll see you later, and got back in the car and left. But I made sure that his whole uniform smelled like a cigarette before he left. So, I mean, I'm just an asshole that way. And then, Donnie, the guy I was riding with, he was like, bro, what the hell is that all about? Of course, now he rides a Harley. I don't know why I feel I need to tell you that, but he rides a Harley. And, I was like, fuck, I don't know. I was like, you want to go ride? And he's just like, yeah, that's what we came out here for, and we went and rode. But he was just wanting to be an ass.
Mine too. Dude, look at the video. The sonic lights are even off. They're off, dude. I'm sitting in darkness. Do you realize where I'm at? You can't even ride behind me. It's parking lot, grass, and then it goes up a little bit, like 2 feet, and it's a whole ass another parking lot. I seen you pull in Sonic because you were coming from the opposite direction. You were coming from where Ashland City Police Department is. Gee, not to mention the window of time of 15 fucking minutes when I'm sitting there by myself. I mean, what more evidence do you need to prove that you are sitting somewhere not doing your job, scrolling through fucking Instagram, seeing what Ryan Upchurch is doing? Now look at the situation we're about to get into. The situation that happened tonight. By the way, I have security guards in my house. A couple weeks ago, they were like, hey, yo, do you have a friend cop supposed to be coming over or something? I'm like, no, why? They're like, well, this Ashland City police car keeps driving by your house really fucking slow. So I'm like, what the fuck? What? Why? So at this point, I start asking around town, like, other people if they know this guy. Literally hear nothing good about him. So apparently for some reason he was a cop here, and then wasn't a cop here, and then now he's a cop here again. So then some other cops around here, I'm like, yo, you know anything about this guy? And they're like, yeah, he's kind of, he refers to himself as bloodhound and shit like that. I'm like, alright. Then I talked to this other kid around town, he's like, yeah, last time he pulled me over, he was like, you know they refer to me as bloodhound. Why is a cop acting like that, bruh? This ain't the movie Old Henry, fucking. Okay, fast forward to tonight.
Bitch, you're not a bloodhound. You don't get to have that endearment. You know what you are? You're a fucking chihuahua. You're a fucking chihuahua. Church might be a bloodhound. And my dog of choice is a fucking Doberman. So don't come barking at the Doberman, because you probably gonna get bit. Alright? And I don't mean that as a threat to cops. I mean like, I'm gonna bitch his ass out. It's okay, Officer Long. It's okay. Here's what you do. When church inevitably just tears your ass up one side and down the other, here's what you do. Just go to CVS, okay? Go to CVS and walk down the, I don't know what that aisle is, just, I don't ever go down there, but that one aisle for the women, and go down there and get you one of those big boxes of maxi pads, and then just stick one down in your britches to solve all the blood running out of your ass because your butt hurt. So, yeah. Just go ahead and do that for me.
Right. Another incident with Officer Jeremy Long. I leave my house. I go to the Kangaroo. I pull up to the Kangaroo. I'm trying to find my key so when I get out I can lock my door and it can still be running so it'll still be warm. It's cold as fuck outside. So I get out of my car and I look around because I'm always like to be aware of my surroundings. There's 2 cars there. One's pulled up beside me, one's at the gas pump behind me. I see a Ashland City cop car coming down the street. And as he's coming down the street, he like quickly turns into the bank across the street. Pulls into a parking
This dude got the hots for you, Church. Seriously, dog.
spot and cuts his fucking lights off. I was like, really, bruh? Like, hello. You just whipped it in there because you seen me, fucking.
Yeah, and I do exactly what Church does. Seriously. I always park in a well-lit place. And I always do a 360 of the parking lot. That way I know where everybody's at, what car they're in, and, you know, what's going on. And if I go into a restaurant, bro, I don't sit with my back to the door. I don't like it. I don't like the feeling. And most of that was because I fought a lot in high school. So if somebody's coming up behind me, I want to know about it. So, you know, that's how you get sucker punched. That's how you get stabbed. That's how you get shot. That's how you get killed. That's how you get bludgeoned to death with a baseball bat. So, I'm sorry that, no, I don't do that. So, I always like being aware of my surroundings. So, you know, if that's not you, that's cool. But for me personally, well, no, I wouldn't say I fought a lot in high school, but I did have a few fights. And the only one that I ever lost, the only reason that I did lose it was because of the fact that I chose not to hit him, because of the fact that I had just got my braces on a couple days before, and I didn't really feel like getting my lips turned into hamburger meat. So, yeah. In hindsight, I probably should have whooped his ass, but I didn't. So, but I got revenge on him, so that's a story for another day. But, hey, let's go.
Seen what time it was. I knew who it was. It was Jeremy Long. Captain Obvious. He's definitely gonna pull me over. I know who it is. Look what he just did. He's pretty much being like, look at me, I'm about to pull you over. So before I went live, I went on my video camera. Because I knew what was about to happen. Look what happened. Are you fucking serious? Yeah, you're about as sneaky as a fucking drunk elephant in a room full of glass china. So here's the pullover video.
This dude right here is just about as inconspicuous. Alright? He's just about as inconspicuous as me in a bar. I don't go to bars, but I'm just saying, like, I don't want to give the impression that I do go to bars. I've been to places like Buffalo Wild Wings, and I've been to places like that, but I've never been to like an actual bar, like a nightclub. But I fit in perfectly. So, I mean, hey, I'm that redneck dude that sits in the corner and minds his own business. So, if you see me in a bar, hell yeah, come up and talk to me, fucking. Just don't be stupid. Don't ask stupid questions. You know, as long as you don't do that, we're cool. Don't mess with me when I'm drinking. because when I'm drinking, I want to do one of three things. I want to be happy, and I want to enjoy myself. I want to fight, or I want to fuck. One of the three. Alright? Depends on what I'm drinking. If it is my liquor of choice, moonshine, fight or fuck. And most of the time, if I'm in a really good mood, it's fuck. And if I'm in a bad mood, it's fight. So, very rarely do you catch me in a very mediocre mood where I'm just laughy and having a good time and hugging everybody when I'm drinking moonshine. Very rare. But that's my go-to. I like both of those feelings, so hey.
From tonight!
Oh, sir, how are you? The reason why I'm stopping, sir, your window's too low. Got your registration information.
The window tint. Okay. I have 5% window tint on my truck in Tennessee. The legal amount is 35. Okay? You know how many times I've been pulled over for it? Fucking 0. Yeah, 0. That's actually the one thing that I haven't been pulled over for. First time I was ever pulled over, I got pulled over for not having my headlights on. I know, stupid. But I was going through town and I didn't need them, so the cop pulled me over when we got on a county road. But hey, I was kind of wanting to be stealthy that night. Mostly because I was on my restricted driver's license because I was 17, and I really just kind of wanted to go home because I was out past curfew. So yeah, you see what kind of criminal your boy is. So yeah. Anyway, let's go.
Oh God, what time was it? What time was it? At 1:30. Yeah, at 1:30 at nighttime with you know, no light whatsoever. I pulled you over for your window tint because I automatically know how dark they are at nighttime. What do you need?
Registration.
I ain't got it. Well, no, a little secret. I actually did have it. I just didn't want to give it to him because the other video, I didn't give it to him either. That time I didn't have it. I had it tonight, but I just said I didn't. Just want to give him a little flashback of last time, you know? Since he's bothering me, I can have a little innocent fun.
You don't need that paperwork on the car?
I just bought it and got the tags in. I ain't got nothing on it.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
This dude fucking fucks with me all the goddamn time. That's the same cop, yes. The same one. So he's back there, like, spending 11 years in his car doing whatever the fuck he's doing. And then I was like, I wonder if he's watching my Instagram like last time. Now keep in mind, he already told me my window tint was too dark. He ain't calibrated it or nothing. So I say this on my live, just to see if he's back there watching my live stream. He just told me my window tint was too dark at nighttime and didn't even calibrate it to check. Right after I say that, what does he do? He gets out of his car and is like, oh, let me check and see how tinted your windows are. Bro, look at the look on my face. At this moment, I'm like, holy shit, this dude sits around and stalks my fucking social media. So I'm like, I'm putting my fucking hands in the camera, bro, so this dude don't shoot my ass.
Put this one up, so put this one back down, so.
Both hands.
That's sitting at 12%. It's 35% every window all around the vehicle. Except for your front. The front's not supposed to be tinted. It's not, it looks like it's tinted.
Actually, the front can be tinted in Tennessee. Alright? You can have the weather strip across the top. Okay? I've got 5% on mine. But actually, your windshield can be tinted. It has to be like 70%. 70% tint. I'm gonna get my whole windshield done, just because I want to, and light gives me a headache, so I mean, hey, I'm honestly thinking about getting it done, but didn't know this is going to turn into a donut operator video. Hi everyone, Donut here. But yeah, this cop's a fucking douche. But yeah, that's no. At this point, bro, I'd be so fucking mad. I'd be so fucking mad I'd be shaking. I'm getting there right now, just seeing this.
He said your front windshield looks like it's tinted. I can't tell. Well, you're standing right in front of it with a flashlight on your belt. Why don't you just get your flashlight and see if it's tinted? You know?
Put your back one down so I can measure on that. That one's sitting at 8%.
So he's about to change his mind and be like, oh, never mind, it says 0% tint, not 8. You mean to tell me your ass can't read a calibrator that's right in front of you? But you can sit at a parking lot across the street, and when I leave, in the darkness of 1:30 at night, you can see that my windows are too tinted? Okay.
0%. Like I said, that's the reason I stopped you.
So that's why I stopped you. Jeremy Long, Officer Jeremy Long, that's why I stopped you. But I'm not gonna give you a fucking ticket for tint, even though that's why I stopped you in the first place. Are you fucking kidding me? Dude, and then he asks me for my phone number.
What is your phone number?
As many times as I've been pulled over, never have they asked me for my phone number. Never. Never. He was wanting to text you, dog. He was wanting to hook up with you. Like, for real. I can't stand this cop. If this was me, he'd be getting his ass reamed so hard right now. Like, for real.
Because they want us to get a phone number, that way court changes, they can call you and let you know the court date's changed.
No, sir. No. I have never, ever been asked, what is your phone number? When you get pulled up. A cop is supposed to ask you for your phone number if you are a victim of a crime or a witness to a crime. This is getting pulled over for window tint. And then his excuse for it is, oh, so they can call you if your court date changes? No. Who the fuck is they? You're not gonna tell me who they is? Oh, and by the way, this is fucking weird if you ask me. Since the last time I got fucking pulled over by him, when I was at Sonic, I called down there to Ashland City Municipal Court, and I was like, hey, I need to know when my court date is from the last time I got pulled over by Jeremy Long. And the lady's like, oh, you just don't have to worry about that. What the fuck does that mean? What do you mean? It just disappeared? So I straight up asked him about it on camera.
Like I said, this citation is for the no insurance. It's 6/2/2022, 1 p.m. Ashland City Municipal Court. If you have any questions, we'll Friday, 4:30. That's the telephone call. Okay.
All right. Why did our other court date between me and you get canceled? But you're aware it's canceled, right? Okay.
Nope. They don't tell me that anything's canceled unless somebody pleads not guilty. I don't go to court.
So at this point, I'm like, bro, do I even want to go to the fucking gym? And I was like, you know what? At the end of this video, I'm going to mention one last time that I'm going to the gym. Let's see if he comes past the gym to see if I'm there. Alright. I'm going to the gym now. So I get to the gym. I sit there about 5-10 minutes. What do you think happens? Oh my, are you fucking serious? Driving by the gym. Dude is driving by the gym. I mean, dude, if it looks like a zebra and sounds like a zebra, most of the time it's a zebra. There's just too many, like, what the fucks. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know what the deal is, but I feel like I'm being stalked by a cop who is a hater, bruh. There can be haters. It don't matter. They can still wear fucking cop uniforms. It doesn't automatically make you not a hater. Especially with Ashland City Police Department pulling people over and asking them to call me what the fuck, to falsely pulling me over. Like, bro, you were not behind me. I'd already been at Sonic for a long time. You just decided to just look at my Instagram, I guess, and then come find me. That's also weird. Then you pull me over again in the middle of the night for window tint. And you were giving me, in the process of giving me a fucking ticket for window tint, and you ain't even calibrated it yet. And then when I say that on the live, while you got me pulled over, you get out of your car and then come calibrate it. Then you can't even read the calibrator. So how did you see me? You know what I mean? How did you see that in the darkness? Then I mentioned going to the gym after you pull me over. Who's to say you didn't get back in your car and see me say that, and then decide to ride by the gym to fucking intimidate me or freak me out? This cop, Jeremy Long, needs to be fired. Here's the fucking proof. Good God. And listen, if there's an investigation going on because I got a song called Rolling Stone and I smoke a little bit of fucking pot sometimes, you are the worst fucking investigator of all time, Bloodhound. I know one thing. This cop keeps pulling me over. I'm fucking leaving Cheatham County and I ain't fucking coming back. Because you know why? Yeah, I might smoke a little pot here and there, but there's way bigger issues in this town. Just Google Cheatham County News. There's way worse shit than a guy going to the gym, fucking. Bro, we have a horrible overdose rate here. We have fucking meth dealers, fucking heroin dealers, kids doing meth and heroin, even kids in fucking the high schools around here. Random dead bodies being burnt in the back of cars. Don't believe me? Google the shit and you'll see it yourself. And when do you think all this shit goes on? Fucking nighttime. But no, instead of worrying about that shit, you go and follow around the goddamn singer dude who smokes weed and who's trying to go to the gym and run. Fuck this. He pulls me over one more time, I'm fucking leaving this town. But first I'm gonna sue the shit out of his ass.
This pisses me off. This pisses me off because this, I'm not going to say this happens everywhere, but I'm sure it's not rare. I'm for certain it's not rare. Because, man, this kind of shit happens a lot more often than people want to admit. Alright? And it pisses me off that it does happen. Because I'm going into this field. You know? And I'm going into this field. And, man, that just, it's making me not want to be associated with this. Like, they want to sit here and demonize the cops that say that don't do anything, but shit like this just gets passed over. And honestly, church, after this one, I would have sued his ass. Alright? Because, I mean, well, I don't know. I think he said he's on good. He's pretty tight with the county sheriff's department. I don't know if he is with the Ashland City Police Department, the Metro Police Department. But I'd be getting in contact, bro. Like, for real. Because this issue is only going to bloom if you don't nip it in the bud. Alright? You gotta do something about this, bro. If you don't, it's gonna come back and bite you in the ass. And man, you're gonna I don't think anybody wants you to leave Cheatham County. And I honestly would not leave Cheatham County. I don't care how bad Sergeant Nipper would have got, I would not have left Hawkins County. Just because most of the time I take any opportunity I can to bitch somebody out. That's just me. Because I like doing it. I don't care if they're wearing a badge or not. I like doing it. Because I don't know why. I just like correcting people's shit for them. It warms my soul and it entertains me. So, you know what? If I can get an extra 5 or 10 minutes of entertainment out, and potentially if I could do this on camera, it'd be hilarious, I think. Because of the fact that y'all would get a kick out of it. So, but anyway, I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna quit running my big ass mouth. This video is long enough as it is. But I will see y'all in the next video. But before I go, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, turn on the post notifications, and we'll see y'all later, baby. Bye.